What's going on, guys? Matt here. Been a long time, I know, but I wanted to talk to you guys for a second and upload. I hadn't been on here in a while, and I thought I'd post something up. Have a new rifle that I'm going to show here in just a second. Also, in the future, maybe I'm going to make a couple of videos and upload periodically if anybody is still around and watches the channel or even remembers who the hell I am. Not that that matters, but new carry piece, M&P9, and one of the cool things that I picked up was an Alien Gear version 3 or 3.0 holster inside the waistband, and I really like it. A lot of people, there's been mixed reviews on it because it's such an inexpensive holster. A lot of people get kind of weary about products that are a lot cheaper than name brand stuff like Crossbreed Super Tuck, $80, $90, $110, $115 for real nice inside the waistband holsters, and then you have an Alien Gear that retails for like $39. But I've had mine for about 3-4 months now that I've been using to carry. I like it. It works well for me, at least. The neoprene backing with the kind of fake leather as opposed to doing like the full real leather and stuff, it's worked well for me. So, that's my opinion on it. The plastic clips on it, I'm not a huge fan, and they've worked so far, but I've had a few issues and stuff like that with it. So we'll look at that here in the near future, and because a lot of I tell you what, a lot of the reviews that were out here on YouTube for it were people that had it like immediately and gave like a 1 week kind of deal. I've had mine for 3 months. I can't wear mine every day because of what I do for work. I can't have it with me a lot of the times, but traveling and anytime that I'm not working, I have it with me, and I've done 11-hour road trips with it, on my hip, digging in my back, but I'll talk about that here pretty soon. So, but anyway, let me show you this new rifle. Turn around real quick. Of course, if you've been around the channel, you know that that rifle stand right there is not new. So we'll just move that out of the way, and I'm going to apologize in advance because I'm doing this standing up, and we're going to be in real tight on it. But anyway, another cool thing that maybe we'll check out is one of these Plano tactical cases. It's the one with the foam insert, kind of like the Pelican, but it has the little square pieces that you pull out. I don't necessarily like that. I like a more snug fit, so I used an X-Acto knife to kind of carve mine out. Turned out kind of crappy on this one. I have 2 cases, so this one was kind of like the practice one, and I think you can order a new insert, so I may order another one from Plano and replace this one. So it's cut up pretty bad. The other one I used an electric knife on, and it worked out a whole lot better. But side note, cool tip was I saw a guy on YouTube that once he cut out the foam for these things, he goes through and he uses Plasti Dip, the spray kind, to coat the foam insert. That keeps the pieces you cut together and also the little foam blocks in there already pre-cut, and it keeps them together so that way over time you don't ruin the foam. So anyway, but we'll open this up, and it's cool because the lid kind of locks open on it. But this is the newest build here. I got a couple of pieces in there, but you can see, the outline of it. It's decent. Now the foam's not attached. Well, the problem is when I go to pull it out, it tries to pull up the entire block of foam, which it just did there. So I'm gonna be off camera just a second. But, this is my newest build here. I like the key mod system. I've always wanted to get a key mod rail, so I built one with it. This is a build that probably cost me for just the rifle. Now there's a bunch of accessories and crap on here, so ignore that for a second. But just the rifle itself cost just under $550. That's the upper lower charging handle, lower parts kit, and bolt carrier. Now the bolt carrier was just a standard bolt carrier from Palmetto State. I have since changed it out to I don't know if it will look at right there, but a Fel Zero nickel boron bolt carrier. I think it's pretty awesome. I like that because it seems, well, I can't say that it runs better because it runs about the same as everything else that I have, but it's a lot easier to keep clean and a lot less lubrication is needed. So, but just kind of start from the back. Magpul SL stock. I like this thing. Kind of like the Sop Mod stock. I think that's what it's called. But the cheek well's not as fat, but it's a lot wider than a regular MOE, and the butt pad on it is a lot wider. So, and the QD mount. God, I don't know if that's a Troy or Midwest Industry, but it's a 3-point quick release. It's got a point here on the other side and the back here. I like that. Oops, let's see. Obviously one of the biggest things with it is the fact that it is painted. This is Durcoat's Metallic Collection Tungsten. I really like it. I saw a bunch of Noveske custom rifles and stuff that had like a tungsten from Cerakote. But this is Duracoat, and the other cool part about this version of Duracoat is this is the aerosol version. Comes in a can. Now the old aerosol was like an aerosol can, and you still had the paint that you hooked up the regular. You mixed the paint, and you hooked up the can to it, and then you just used the aerosol can as a propellant. The new Magpul Duracoat aerosol version is pre-mixed paint in a can, and then the hardener is in a cylinder inside of the can itself. You use the cap to puncture the bottom of the hardener inside the can. I don't know how exactly it works, but anyway, it mixes it, you shake the stuff up, and then it immediately you can spray right onto it. Easiest thing in the world, and I think it is just as durable as the other Duracoat that I did the old-fashioned way, remix the paint. You have to use a spray gun and do multiple coats and bake it and all that stuff. This stuff you just have to spray on a couple of layers, 15-minute intervals, and then it's like a 24-hour cure time to touch, and then like 7 days to full cure, and then it's ready to rock and roll. So that was pretty sweet. Trinity Force, real inexpensive key mod reel, but it does the job. It holds everything that I need, and is extremely lightweight. I love the key mod stuff because it's real thin, lightweight, but it gives you all the options to do a real slimline, slick rifle with all your accessories and crap. Midwest Industry key mod rail covers are awesome. I like the little hand stop. I don't know if it's necessarily backwards or not, but I like facing it forward this way and indexing my index finger around it. I don't know, I like it that way. Coolest thing on here is this Primary Arms Gen 3 light, 700 lumens in the standard configuration, which is 3 CR123 batteries. There's a piece that goes in between here. The bezel would actually be out to here. But the cool part is they give you the option. You can take that middle section out. It drops down to 2 batteries. And, you go from a real long weapon light to kind of a shorter, more compact scout light. You drop from 700 lumens down to an unknown amount. But I have a Polytech LED, a Streamlight Polytech LED that's like 275 lumens, and this is way brighter than that in this configuration. pressure switch is just a the one that came with it, and then it's mounted on this ergo light mount, but you can see the back end's not really, it doesn't really fit it that well, so I'm gonna have to trim that and do some cosmetic trying to get that to work. But you see that's on 2 batteries as opposed to what it regularly, or where it normally runs at with 3 at 700 lumens. So even with 2, that's still bright. Haley Strategic mount, I think it's IWC. Cool part about that is that this mount, and I forget what it's called. It's like a 640 mil, or I can't remember what it is. But Surefire Scout Lights, this mount option, Primary Arms made their flashlight mirror the Scout Lights mount, so that way you can use a lot of different aftermarket parts. Because, face it, there's a lot of flashlights out there that, there's a lot of manufacturers that make options and stuff for. Primary Arms mirrored their mount system. So normally these rings would have your normal Picatinny clamps. But what they did was they made it spaced to match what the Scout is. And then you can take those Picatinny clamps off. And then this Haley Strategic offset mount fits it. So it puts it, I don't know what you call it, like a 3 o'clock position, 2 o'clock, something like that, 45-degree offset. So it kind of raises it up a little bit. But real nice light. And you see the Trinity rail is a 15-inch free float, so it covers up the whole profile of the barrel. That's about it. The cutie mount on the other side up front, I keep moving it from back here to up there, vice versa. Magpul, 2-point to 1-point sling. That's what I normally run on it, but that's I guess a quick rundown of it. I really don't know what else to say. I like it. I like it a lot. I took the Vortex Spark off my other rifle and put it on this, since I use this a whole lot more than my original MOE rifle now. But yep, that's it. Real lightweight. So anyway, let me turn it back around here. There I am. So yeah, that's it. I don't know. I may do a more detailed review on individual parts and all that stuff. I need to start getting back into the habit of making videos and stuff like that. So we'll do that. This case, definitely that alien gear holster. I want to show that because that turned out to be a really good buy, and quite proud of that thing. So anyway, this video got extremely long. I'm sorry, but as usual, thanks for watching and stay safe.